Alright, today I'm going to play the Little Santa Helper official scenario and get 3 biohazards. The objective in this scenario is to make everyone happy by infecting them. We're not going to kill anyone in this scenario. The game is over once everyone is infected with happiness. Happiness is equivalent to severity. Creating a cure is much harder if more people are happy. This scenario uses the Neurax Worm plague. Thus, knowledge about the Neurax Worm can help you complete this scenario. The strategy here is simple. Get the abilities that make countries open their borders, airports, and shipports, and increase the infectivity of the plague. This strategy relies a bit on symptoms mutation. I'm going to get some symptoms that increase the mutation chance of this plague. In this way, I can spend some of my points on abilities in the abilities section that slow down cure. Relying on mutation can be risky, but it can also be rewarding. If you don't want to rely on mutation, feel free to get symptoms that increases infectivity. Before playing this scenario, you should have these genes: ATP boost, genetic mimic, native biome, serophile. We need this gene to boost infection in Saudi Arabia because that's gonna be our starting country in this scenario. Transstasis. We need this gene because we're gonna need to get lots of transmission upgrades to increase the infectivity of our plague. Now, let's play the scenario. Let's start in Saudi Arabia. Get Cracker Cocoon to increase infectivity in arid countries. Saudi Arabia is one of them. As you can see from the map, all airports, shipports, and land borders are closed. There's a symptom that we can get to force countries to open up their borders, airports, and shipports. We need to get it later. Get Egg Snog. Now, arid countries like Saudi Arabia are more vulnerable. Get Solar Perfume 1. Saudi Arabia is also a Hakka country, therefore this transmission makes Saudi Arabia more vulnerable. Get Digital Elf. This symptom forces countries to open up their border, but the chance of that happening is low. We need to get 2 symptoms related to Digital Elf to significantly increase the chance of countries opening up their borders. Get Digital Herald. This forces more countries to open up their borders. Get Digital Angel next, so that we won't have major problem about countries not opening up their borders. I think it's time to get Snowballs 1. I need to start ramping up the cold resistance of my plague. Get Stocking Filler to increase our plague's effectiveness in rich countries. Get Radio Worm to increase our plague's effectiveness in urban countries. Get Glow Worm for rural countries. Get Snowballs 2 to make several countries in Europe more vulnerable. Get Friendship for happiness and mutation chance. You can freely choose other symptoms if you want. I'm relying on mutation to mutate symptoms with good amount of infectivity so that I can spend my points on abilities that slow down your progress in the abilities section. Also get Fair Weather Friend to boost our plague's effectiveness in humid countries. Get Gold Digger to further boost our plague's effectiveness in rich countries. Get Affection to increase happiness and mutation chance. Get Solar Perfume 2 to make hot countries more vulnerable, and get Memory Lane to make urban countries more vulnerable. It's time to get symptoms that reduces cure progress. Later, I'm expecting my plague to mutate some symptoms that increase in infectivity. I may restart the game if I don't get the symptoms that I need, or worse, I may get symptoms that reduce happiness, making my plague easier to cure. Get Genetic Hardening 1. Get Genetic Reshuffle 1. Love symptom must be mutated. That's one of the symptoms that I'm looking for. It's time to get Gift Plane to specifically infect a country. Pretty neat ability, we can easily infect Greenland with this. Get Genetic Hardening 2. Indulgence is another symptom that I'm looking for. My plague is doing a great job at mutation. Get Snow Worm to make cold countries more vulnerable. There are some countries that are still resisting my plague at this point. Laughter is one of the symptoms that I'm looking for. I'm really lucky today, I guess. Game is almost done. I think my chance of getting 3 Biohazards in this run is fairly high because I mutated most symptoms that I needed. This is bad news. I hope it doesn't significantly affect the cure progress. This mutation is bad. Sloth symptom reduces happiness. Well, I still got 3 Biohazards even if the last 2 events were bad news. That's all.